up the muddy water. Yes, you will have 20 questions each. Farm is 20 and math is 20. Okay? That clear as mud?
Yes.
All right. So, I am tethered to the computer today because I am Zooming this at the same time, so I don't have to go home and write it all over again or talk it all over again. I have posted the voiceover PowerPoints, okay? And I have posted the voiceover PowerPoints. They should be on the page. I apologize for the blip in the Canvas because it was there. I checked it, and then when I went over there a while ago, it wasn't for one of your shells. One shell was posted, one wasn't. I don't know if it's something quirky with Canvas or not because I posted it again, went back in and checked it, and it's not posted. So I have since reposted it again, and hopefully it's still posted. Is everybody getting it now? Okay, so it's been posted twice today, and I hope it's still there. Anytime you don't see something, guys, email me, all right? I'm not an over scary person, okay? Just email me. I'll do what I can to help, all right? Okay. Anything else to say? The review is being worked on. We will let you know probably by lunchtime or after lunchtime. We're waiting to get Professor Uri's input. All right, let's roll with nutrition. Moving right along. So, nutrition is a huge concern in our culture, right? Think about health is associated with good nutrition, and nutrition is a huge concern for many people. We spend a lot of money on food, don't we? A lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of thought into food. When you're hungry, it seems like that's when all the food commercials come on, right? Or when you're doing something and all these wonderful recipes pop up on things and you're like, oh, I'm really hungry. But we're inundated with advertisements and claims from people saying that, oh, the super diet is going to make you skinny and beautiful and energetic and successful, right? These supplements are going to make you just awesome. Or there's some latest concoction about what's going to be all the miracle, the fountain of youth, correct? So a lot of people want to get our attention. A lot of people want us to spend our money on their products to feel young, to be energetic, to be healthy. But the truth is, nothing replaces a good, healthy diet. We don't have to buy concoctions. We don't have to buy supplements. We just need to make good food choices and eat healthy. Our objectives we're looking at today. Remember that the greatest health is, remember that the greatest wealth is good health. And you don't really appreciate that until you've lost good health. But those that are healthy are wealthier because they don't have to spend their time and energy and money on things to try to regain that health. And in many cases, is lost forever. So nutrition is the process by which the body ingests, absorbs, transports, and uses and eliminates nutrient in foods. It's the science of optimal cellular metabolism and its impact on health and disease. It is a continuum of being undernourished, normal nourishment, or overnourishment. And this process that the body ingests, absorbs, transports, uses, eliminates the nutrients in food, it affects growth and development. It affects cellular function, repair of our cells, health promotion, disease prevention. We need nutrients on a daily basis in varying amounts, but they need to be taken in regularly with healthy food. Many diseases adversely affect our nutritional status by altering the body's ability to do these functions. Problems can occur in all ages, all cultures, all ethnic groups, all socioeconomic classes, and in educational levels. It is non-discriminatory, affects everybody. Metabolism is the biochemical reactions that happen within the cells. And when we have poor diet, everything gets affected. Is there any system in your body that is not somehow affected by your food? And how quickly, if you haven't eaten, that your body's screaming out for something, correct? Unless it's ill, and sometimes it doesn't want anything. So nutrients are the elements that are necessary for normal functions of the body. And key terms in nutrition is macronutrients, which are carbs or proteins or fats. Micro are vitamins and minerals. Calorie is a unit of energy. It consists of 1,000 calories. Malnutrition is undernourishment. Hypoalbuminemia is low albumin in our blood system. It's a protein made by the liver that helps keep our fluids in our bloodstream. So the micronutrients contain our carbs and our protein and fats. We have to take those in a higher amount than we do the micro. Some of the minerals of the micronutrient class are just trace. We only require trace amounts of those. Hypoalbuminemia is a condition of blood being low. It's caused by decreased liver production, increase in GI tract loss in the kidneys, increased use of the protein by the body, or a abnormal distribution. Signs and symptoms are fluid retention, edema, and generalized edema. So our body nutrients affect many areas, many systems, and then they start falling like dominoes. Once you have one issue happen, you start having other issues come along. So the scope is a continuum. Malnourishment is on both ends of the spectrum, because insufficient nutrition or excess nutrition, you can still be obese and be malnourished. How does that happen? How can you be obese and still be malnourished? You're not eating nutrient-dense food. You're eating high energy, high calorie, but nutriently, your nutrient intake is very poor. And that happens very commonly, that people are obese but still are malnourished. Nutritional status can be viewed as optimal or suboptimal. Optimal is you get all those nutrients you need. They're available in balanced amounts for your cell metabolism, for your physiology function. Suboptimal is malnourishment. It reflects insufficient or excessive. So either of those, if you get it in insufficiently or excess, it's still a malnourishment, because it still has a problem with the quantity and quality that the body's taking in. A patient's nutritional status has the potential to change in either direction due to many factors quickly. And also, our nutritional status reflects our culture and our religious preferences. Quick review of anatomy. Basal metabolic rate is the energy needed at rest to maintain life-sustaining activities such as breathing, circulation, heart rate, and temperature. Oral intake is appropriate ingestion of the food to meet our needs. The amount of nutrition we need to take in changes across the lifespan, and it also involves such things as having access to food sources, be informed about our food choices, and efficient chewing and swallowing abilities. It's important to provide food in the GI tract if that GI tract is functioning, because that increases our immunity ability. So even if a person can't swallow or can't chew, it's still better to have like a peg tube to give them their nutrition through their stomach so that they are using their GI tract as much as possible, because that increases our immunity, the way our body's set up to absorb the nutrients from our GI tract. So an absorption is, we have hair-shaped or hair-like little villi in our intestines that absorb our nutrients. The duodenum absorbs our minerals. The jejunum absorbs our vitamins and our proteins. The ileum absorbs our fat and fat-soluble vitamins. And the colon absorbs water. So based on wherever you have a problem in your GI tract, you could have a nutritional problem on what's not getting absorbed where in the GI. Peristalsis is our muscle movement in the GI tract that's moving our food along. Consequences of malnutrition. Proteins, they're in the form of amino acids that allow cells to manufacture other proteins and to enable tissue growth and repair. So if you are having a problem with protein, that's going to be interfered with. If carbohydrates is our energy, and it's also the energy that protein needs to do its job, so that is the double whammy when you're having carbohydrate issues. It provides glucose fuel for our brain, because our brain primarily uses glucose for energy, neurologic system, and red blood cells. Essential fatty acids maintain the integrity of our phospholipid-based cell membranes, and every cell in our body has a membrane. And vitamins and minerals are involved in our metabolic enzymes. So malnutrition impairs our body's ability everywhere, anytime you're missing something. So some of this table here from your book illustrates the nutrient, the consequences of deficiencies and toxicities. Age-related differences, although generally the process of nutrition is consistent throughout life, there are some specific age-related considerations. So as you get older, things don't work the way they did. But in infancy, what's happening to an infant? What are they doing? They're growing how fast? Very fast. They are rapidly growing, especially that first year. The huge changes in growth and development. Their birth rate triples during that first year. If we can imagine our weight tripling in a year, that's mind-boggling, isn't it? To think that their weight triples in their first year of life. So their nutritional intake is very, very important, and it's very important too, because if they don't get that nutrition and they don't have proper growth and development, especially brain development, the consequences are for a lifetime. It's very long. It impairs their life, their entire life, if they don't get those proper nutrition the very first year. So their length increases by 50%. Imagine if we, as an adult, grew 50% taller in a year. The nutritional intake should be breast milk or formula, not the first choice, and water for the first 6 months. For pregnancy and lactating moms, you need more carbs, more protein, more fats. Weight gain should be 15 to 40 pounds. Again, very important that mom takes in the calories she needs because the baby needs those calories for development. Babies and children, because of their small oropharynx, are very susceptible, high risk for choking. So they shouldn't be taking solid foods before they're 6 months, and then only bites, small bites. Older adults, well, they're on the opposite end. You got the infants that are growing like crazy and developing, and then older adults, they're having less ability to ingest food. Lots of times they have dental problems, they have swallowing problems, they're having difficulty absorbing, they're having difficulty metabolizing, they have a reduced saliva production, they have a reduced sense of taste, their metabolism isn't working like it used to, so they don't enjoy food like they used to, so they also don't participate in eating like they used to. Also, they have a decreased thirst. So types of malnutrition can be protein deficiencies or excess. Carbohydrates can be deficiency or excess. Essential fatty acid, vitamins, or minerals. The causes of these conditions vary greatly. Problems with access, if you don't have access to protein. If you're an older adult who's living in a low-income apartment and you have no car and you have mobility problems, are you going to have access to a grocery store? You might if you have the money to have someone deliver it to you, right? But typically they can only get down to the corner store, correct? And do most corner stores have a healthy variety of foods for people in our community? That's one of the worst problems in the inner city, is having a grocery store that people have access to. There may be several little corner markets or little corner fast food stores, but they're not nutritionally sound as far as what they're offering. So problems include weight loss, underweight, chronic disease, muscle wasting,